Alright YouTube, welcome back. Part 2 of my cargo trailer rebuild. We started to cut all the pieces and we used a block and the circular saw with a metal blade to cut all the pieces. I wanted all the cross beam to be the exact same length, so when we assemble and tack weld, it was right on the dime. It went well for tacking and everything, but for cutting, I was using an Evolution blade, which is supposed to cut metal like a charm, like butter, and stay cold, not hot. But I did not experience that. I had a bunch of issues, and I don't know why, but it didn't cut well. So again, thank you very much for joining back my channel. Please subscribe and share, and that's very helpful to put more content on the web. Right now, you see the part list on the screen, and we color-coded the pieces so you can see what thickness and sizes and length we've used to build the frame. The original frame was done with 2x3s on the side and 2x1 everywhere else as a cross beam. I decided to beef it up, and I've used some 2x2s as well. So here's an example of that saw. You'll see it's cutting well the first layer. It takes quite a bit of time to go through the first layer. When it hits the wall, it goes fast. But then when it hits the bottom of the tubing again, it takes forever. And I don't understand, because that blade's supposed to cut cold, no sparks, nothing, or virtually none. And that's not what I experienced. So to me, I don't like that blade at all as we speak. So here's the frame. I wanted to make sure that it's square, so we've used strap to tight two corners to get the same distance from the other corners to the same corners, and this way tack weld the last pieces so the frame is square. Here's an example of the frame welded, and you can see at the moment on the screen the 2x2s are now done, the cross beam 2x2s, and now I'm adding 2x1s in between the 2x2s. So this way I spread the strength, and it's very sturdy. It's tough. It's very hard frame. It's not flexing at all. It's not moving. It's very welded. At the moment, my frame is off by 1/16 out of measurements, so I don't think that's going to be a big issue as where the cabin goes on top, and if there's 1/16 off, it will be all right. So here a quick view, and the first welds are done, and to make sure the frame is not going to be crooked as we weld, or warp, or curved, I was welding both sides at the same time, meaning I was doing a couple welds on the top, flip the frame over, do a couple welds on the back. This way I was keeping it quite straight and level. So everything was good. I was grinding my first weld, and the reason for that is I'm not a professional welder at all, and when you frame and sometimes you have a little gap and you do your welds, you may end up with little holes that you don't cover well. So I was grinding it flat to make sure I was fulfilling all those welds, and this way I was able to do another weld on top with a thicker weld, and this way it's rock solid. So that's how I did it. More flipping again to be able to do the other side. Now you see on this side there's a little gap of 3/4 inch. That's where the plywood is. That design, the plywood is recessed and comes in exactly the same height as the 2x3 frame.